Hi, and welcome to Red Squadron's Ventrilo Administrator Guide for adding new users. When new members join our fleet, they will need access to the Ventrilo server. We do allow general access, but they will need a new account for additional privileges. For this guide, we will be creating an account for test user, visible here. Make sure you drag the user down to the room where you're located. Currently that's an Admiral's Ready room. And let them know to stick around for a minute because you're going to be setting up their new account. When you're ready, right click on any user. In this case I'm going to be right clicking on test user. Go down to server admin and choose user editor. That will pull up this window which I already have open to the right. So in your user editor, go to the drop down box called login name. Select the test user that we're using. In this case will be whatever user is logging in. This will show a complete list of all users logged in that do not have registered accounts on our server. So I'm going to select test user. Now I'm going to choose a profile I already have saved up here called member. I will show you how to do this later, but for right now we're going to load in all the privileges through this profile. So I select member and I click on load. Now that's going to go through all these tabs and set all of these settings automatically for you. If we didn't have this profile, you would have to put this in manually. So then we're going to give it our password. So for administrators, you know what that password is. The owner will automatically be set. It'll automatically be set by whoever is in the user editor. And then for rank, they always start out as ensign. So we're going to choose ensign there. And we're done. Now what I want to do is click on add to add that user. Now you'll see on the list on the left, actual test user showed up here. It put me as the owner, so it'll put you as the owner. And at this point you can close the user editor and you can go back to the user and tell them to re-log in with their new password. The password they're going to be using goes into the server binding itself. So if I pull up the server binding, drag that window over here, they will put that password right into here. Make sure it is case sensitive and make sure they got it correct. And then have them re-log in and they'll be registered. In our previous example, I had you set up a new user using an existing profile. So now I'm going to show you how to actually create that profile from an existing user. So I'm going to choose for this example Cronus, since I know he's set up correctly with all of his privileges are set in all of these tabs. Once you have that user selected, go up here and click on Save As. And that's going to pull up a window to save the profile. I've already called it member, so you can call it whatever you like. Click on Save. And now you'll be able to use that profile. It will show up in your list. Use that profile for brand new users.